well, I'm a chicken fried. And cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio.
Woo! Just gets better and better.
So much fun.
Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday, John.
Happy Friday, Sarah. How are you?
It's always good to see you.
Always. It's my pleasure.
It is your pleasure.
It is. And Aaron, it's good to see you too, brother.
Hey,
Oh, wow. Aaron is
Contain that excitement.
I know. Woo! Aaron,
always screaming
top of
at
his
us.
game.
Screaming.
Clearly just woke up at 4:30.
I'm working here, guys.
Yeah.
That's true. Thank you. We love you, buddy.
Yeah, we love you.
Happy Friday, everybody. It's good to be back. Sarah, let's see here. Where do we start?
I know. Well, first of all, I just wanted to say that I updated my website.
Oh, good.
I have not updated my website in a while.
Yeah.
You are so good about that kind of stuff, and you always have new videos all the time, like on
try.
Instagram, and I'm like not good about it. And so I was like, man, people were complaining because I had done a couple shows this year, and like they weren't on my website, and they didn't know, so they were like, please update. So I did.
With the tour dates and whatnot.
Yeah, so all my new tour dates are on my website.
That's good.
And I also added 2 new links on my website, like 2 new headers.
Okay.
I figured out how to do it all by myself. I'm pretty proud of myself.
Oh, see that.
So one is podcasts,
Boom.
which is us.
Yep.
So there's a link to this podcast and then the one that I do with Rob Riggle.
Got it.
And then there's one for cat bandanas, which is now
That's
up
right.
there. And then just regular merch and then more videos.
Well,
and stuff.
good. You got to do it.
You
gotta,
have to.
I mean, it almost feel like it's dumb, but it's a necessary evil, because if you don't have your own website, then people go like, well, you're not a real person.
Yeah, I know.
But then again, no one even goes to them hardly ever. They go to their own Facebook, or they
No.
look you up on Facebook,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. But I updated mine not long ago, and I already don't like it.
I know. I don't, and my agents all the time will be like, you have to, you need to put out more videos. You need to do that. And I'm like, I'm not good at that.
No.
I'm good at stand-up. Like, I'm good at writing stuff. Like, I've never really met a comic that was good at both.
No, it's
You're either one or the other.
Right. It's hard to do both well.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, either you're an incredible marketing person.
Yep.
And then you're good at comedy, or you're really good at comedy, and you can kind of do that.
Yeah.
You can stand on your own, and it's just
And even these YouTube stars who are doing well and making lots of money and will occasionally go to a comedy club and do well there. But then again, people walking out go like, oh, it's not what I thought it was.
No, and then it hurts comedy because people go to a comedy club for the first time,
and they see
or they
that.
go, well, I can't just come every week, and I know I'm going to see a good show.
Right.
So
And it
it
does
kind of
hurt.
deters people, and sometimes people don't ever come back to a
That's
club
true.
because they had one bad experience. It's a similar, for
It
a
happens.
restaurant, you go to a restaurant and you don't enjoy the food, you don't go back there.
Right. I feel
So-
like it's kind of like in the 80s when comedy hit its like high mark, like it was like the biggest. It got saturated as well. Like there are a lot of people who shouldn't have been doing comedy, and there are a lot of places opening up comedy nights that shouldn't have been doing it, and people just got burned out. I think that's starting to maybe happen because of the YouTube stars and because of it, where they're just there's like a crazy psychic lady who comes in every now and then and she just reads the room. I'm like, okay, at a comedy club, come on, man.
Come on,
I mean,
man.
unless you're admitting that it's a joke,
Yeah. Yeah.
then I'll go sarcastically if you let me in for free.
Do you have any dates coming up that you want to talk about?
Let's see here. Well, I've got the most of. Well, let's see here. I'm probably on a cruise ship right now. Well, I'm going to be on a cruise ship. I'm doing the old country music cruise.
I'm so jealous about that.
You need to. I'm
I
going to
can't
hook
believe
you up
we're
with
not
these
both
people.
on there.
I'm going to hook you up with these
'Kay.
people because you're gonna. It's right up there with you. Holy
We
crap.
should both go on there next year, and we should do this podcast from there.
I just typed in because I accepted this deal a long time ago, and I don't even went back to look to see who some of the people are. But here I'm just the Oak Ridge Boys, Patty Loveless, Ronnie Millsap, Ricky Skaggs,
These are like all the people
Joe Diffie.
that I've been I play for you on my
No.
phone all the time.
Right, and I guess they just
Ricky Skaggs.
I guess they just added Foxworthy because Foxworthy's on here too.
Oh.
Yeah, so I
Well,
guess I'm
there
not the
you
only
go.
guy doing comedy now. That's great. Good, as long as I get paid the same. More time off for me. Oh, I'll be doing bingo night now.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
I just got demoted. Don't even know it yet. It's the first time I looked at the website. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And
Wow.
Chuck Mead and his Grassy Knoll boys are like this. They're kind of rockabilly country, but I love them a lot. And there are these dudes who do Elvis tribute. There's like 4 dudes who do Elvis, and they're like from different time frames of Elvis's life. So you got like a young heartthrobby Elvis, and you got an old fat Elvis.
Oh.
And there's 4 of them together. It's like the Beatles of Elvis, Elvi.
Elvi.
But it's great. We're going to
Elvi.
we'll start in Fort Lauderdale, go to Key West, St. Thomas, Half Moon Cay, and
Ooh,
just be
fun.
lots of music and comedy and fun and beaches.
The Oak Ridge Boys, like
Right.
a boom up, a boom up, a boom up, a mow
Giddy
mow.
up,
Yeah.
oh, silver, heavily. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I used to. Oh man,
Love that.
They
So
have so
that's-
many
I'm-
good songs.
I'm probably on a cruise ship right about now.
Yeah. Okay.
And appreciate y'all listening.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I'm having a drink for you right now.
Yeah, this would be.
I'm holding up my fake drink.
I'll just say February. I'll be in Reno
Okay.
with Dennis Miller on
Again?
February 10th. Yeah, and then the Aspen Comedy Festival.
Oh, nice. When
Sure,
is
a
that
lot of
one?
our listeners live close to there.
Of course. Their second homes are there.
Yeah,
Where in when in Aspen? Do you know when the date is?
that's the
Is it in February, you
20th.
said?
Yeah, 22nd through the
Okay.
24th, I believe.
All right. Well, that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
You know what? I haven't heard much about that in a while. I didn't know they were still doing the Aspen Comedy
They're still
Festival.
doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm excited because I get to go snowboarding.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll be in Lake Tahoe in March, so I'll get to go snowboarding
Oh, my
there.
goodness.
I'm pretty excited.
We're going to have more dates pop up. What's your website? It's just
SarahTiana.com.
Okay. And I'm just johnreep.com.
Not just John Reed.
No, that's true. It's JONREEP.com. No, just nothing. Just johnreep.com.
Creepy Reepy and the
Creepy.
teepee.
Oh, my God. I knew I should have never said anything about it. I was hoping you'd have forgotten by now. It's been a week. Well, yeah,
So
look us
legend.
up. And by the way, we love it when you rate us and review us on iTunes.
Yes, we need some more reviews.
Yeah, get on there, rate, review, subscribe, share.
Yes, it helps us just also know what we need to do right, what we're doing right, what
Yeah.
we're doing wrong.
Right.
And also, we need some more personal questions. Me and John
That's
were just
true.
like thinking about it today.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody has personal questions that they
Yeah.
want us to ask, or any cool stories that you guys think
Honestly,
we
I mean,
should talk
if
about.
you reach out to us, odds are we're going to say something
Oh,
about
we see
you.
everything.
Yeah, because we don't have any sponsors yet, so therefore you will be our sponsor.
you're our
we will make you.
Yes.
We'll personalize it for you. We'll pick one of you and just say, this person asked this question, give
Mm-hmm.
you a shout out, whatever you want, man.
Speaking of sponsors, that's what I wanted to ask you about was
Yeah.
alcohol.
Oh, yes, and
Because you drink, right?
you kidding me?
I know.
My other podcast, you have another one. My other one's called Brink and Duddies.
Brink and Duddies.
Me and
No
my buddy
way.
Kyle would just get drunk.
That sounds so fun.
That's what I got.
Hey, that sounds fun.
It's a lot of fun. But yeah, what you got?
I was
Alcohol
going to
related.
ask you, what your favorite cocktail is. Like your cocktail of choice.
Okay, well, I have a pre-show and a post-show beverage.
Okay.
Pre-show, I do sugar-free Red Bull and vodka.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
I like to get both going.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Sugar-free, well, I'm a Metro Jethro watching the carbs. That has 0 carbs in it. You got the guarine, taurine, the energy, vitamin B,
Yes.
and the alcohol.
Yeah, the bat doo-doo.
That's right. The bat doo-doo, right? Guano.
Yeah, that's
right.
what guano.
Jim Carrey loves it.
Guarine is.
Yeah,
It
right.
is.
I know it was in Pet Detective, the second one.
Yeah.
Yep. Guano. You want that dookie so bad you can taste it. Yeah, that's a quote from that movie. What else? That's a pre-show
So
beverage.
post-show.
Post-show, I like to go a little. I like to go whiskey.
Okay.
I'll do the Jack and Diet Coke, which I've dubbed the Jack and Diane. Sometimes I'll say, just hand me a little ditty. And
Little ditty.
There's 2 clubs that know when I say little ditty.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that.
John
I've
Reed
always
wants a
wanted
Jack
to
and
name
Diet
a
Coke.
drink.
Yeah, mine's little ditty.
Yeah. Ah, man, yeah. See, I'm just a whiskey and club soda person. Like,
Do you
I
have
could
a
just drink
poster?
that.
pre or post drink?
I will have an energy drink, but usually I won't have alcohol until the second show.
Yeah.
So I got to pace myself, depending on the week I'm having.
Sure.
If you see me drinking in the first show, you should make sure you give me a hug afterwards.
That's right. And buy a damn cat bandana while you're at it.
Yeah, give me a hug and buy a cat bandana because I'm a sad person. But no.
Well, you said
sometimes
whiskey?
you just need it, or sometimes I've had too much coffee during the day, like if I've been writing all day or something,
right?
And then I'll be all shaky.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, I need an alcohol to just so I don't
just
because when people see you shaking, they think you're nervous.
Right.
But sometimes it's just that I've had too much coffee or I've had too much Red Bull.
It's this caffeine addiction.
Trying to wake up before my show, you
exactly.
know. So yeah, sometimes I can go to the gym and just wear myself out enough to do that, but sometimes I don't do that on the road as much.
So you like an energy beverage without the alcohol, and then second show you said whiskey?
Yeah, I'm gonna or bourbon and soda, but I like that Bullet bourbon.
Oh, that is good stuff.
Yeah, I like the Bullet and or like Knob Creek.
Knob Creek is great.
Yeah,
I
Basil Hayden.
What is it?
Basil Hayden.
Is that also a bourbon?
Yes.
Okay, not had that one yet.
Yeah, Blanton.
Basil Hayden. Where's that from? Kentucky, if it's a bourbon.
Probably Kentucky.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever done a tour of any of the distilleries?
No. We did Jack Daniels when I was little.
Okay.
But no.
That's fun. And I think I may have told this story. Cut me off if I have.
No, you told us about the lady that
yes, okay.
kept saying,
I thought so.
The
bunghole. She kept saying bunghole a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And it just made me laugh. Yeah, because that's what you call the hole in the barrel. It's technically called the bunghole, and everyone else under 30 doesn't know that. Just laughs every time you hear bunghole.
If you haven't heard that episode, make sure you go
look it up.
I think it's probably got the word bunghole in the title.
It might, but I do enjoy Bullet. I enjoy. I was having actually some Knob Creek this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Liberty Township, Ohio, which is like the Cincinnati area.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Funny Bone there. It's been around maybe 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
It's new, so it's got that new club smell.
Oh, a new club smell. So it doesn't have it smell like
puke.
Puke.
It doesn't smell like that, and it doesn't
bachelorette parties.
It doesn't smell like that. And the people are nice. Like the staff's even friendly.
Because they haven't been there too long.
Yeah, not too many comedians have ruined it for us yet. So it's nice. You should go if you ever get a chance to do that one. It's very, very good. But while I was there, there was a club right next to it called the Roosevelt, and they have lots of crazy old school bourbons and stuff like that. And people, because you go there right after the show, so that's where the people will go that just saw you. That way your free drinks go up.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, let's get that guy. Oh, come here, him guy. And then before you know it, you're drinking for free all night.
Oh man!
So I had some Knob Creek for free.
By the way, I forgot to tell you this, but and I hope he's listening. Man, I have totally forgot his name. I feel like it starts with a J. But he's from North Carolina, close to where you live.
Okay.
And he's like, I know that dance club where the guy thought you stole his wallet or whatever. And he was telling me about that. Yep. He just happened to be in D.C. the weekend that I was there. And he came to my show and he was like so nice. And I gave him like a Carolina Panthers bandana.
Wait, the dude?
No, not the dude that's I thought.
Okay,
no,
some guy who was listening to this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, much nicer, much more attractive actually guy.
Yeah.
But I was like, what a small world.
Why didn't you steal my wallet?
He was like, I'm so sorry that happened. That's not a representation
of
us. I was like, no, I know. That's definitely not a representation of where that
club's still there. It's a
honky tonk bar.
I forgot the name of it, but it's got a mechanical bull right in the middle of the floor. So that's always good stuff.
That's a good sign.
You walk in and you see a bull, you're like, all right, this will be good for at least 10 minutes. At least. Because someone's going to get on that bull that has no business being on that damn bull.
Right.
You know what I mean? You get the ones guys who brag. They can stand up on it and ride it like a surfboard. Like, okay, sit down, dude.
Yeah, turn that up higher.
Then you got the drunk chick who has no upper arm strength, but thinks that she can hold it the wrong way, and then, face plant right on the head of the bull.
Or the girls that just try to hold on with their knees and be all sexy about it. And I'm like, oh, jeez. Well, classic. Because you remember that, Rhinestone Cowboy? Wasn't that where they rode the bull all the time?
Possibly.
Oh, that was Urban Cowboy.
You're talking about Urban Cowboy.
Urban Cowboy.
Rhinestone Cowboy was a song within that movie, I believe. Just
like
a Rhinestone Cowboy. Bling, bling. I feel like I know.
That was at
don't
Gillies.
even know.
Yeah, that was at Gillies. Because a few weeks ago, when I was in D.C., Mickey Gilly got in a car accident. He's okay. But we ended up talking about how my friend John Rich has that saddle from the movie.
Okay.
So that
He does.
the disco ball saddle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
So it's a disco ball shaped like a saddle. So anyway, I'm hoping that if we go to Nashville this year for the festival,
Right.
we can do a live podcast, and I'm going to try to ask him if we can do it from his house.
Whoa.
Because then we can
that'd be cool.
really see the sights and kind of give everybody like a little explanation.
Even if we
stuff.
don't do it live from his house, he should at least invite us to his house.
He will
to do
for
a
sure.
tour.
He will.
And we'll do an interview. I'll bring my little Zoom player.
He might not want us to interview.
Okay.
But he's almost always having a party there, so it could be kind of cool just to
That would be fun.
record something there. So I'm going to get on him about that
All right.
in a little bit. But the reason I was asking about alcohol is because Tennessee is actually, this is just some fun news.
All right.
They'd pass a bill that would ban the sale of alcohol to first-time DUI offenders.
What?
Which is pretty ridiculous, but because of this, people started talking about, this is a prohibition bill, and then they started talking about other crazy laws about alcohol in other states.
Okay.
And that was just kind of fascinating to me.
It is.
Did you know that in Alabama, alcohol labels can't be too sexy?
What? Are you kidding me?
Which is Alabama, so that means they can't have an animal on it.
It also means Right Said Fred can't buy anything there. They're too sexy for this label.
Everything
too sexy
is
for my label.
I'm like, what classifies as
yeah, that's interesting.
What is a label out there that is sexy now where they're like, well, we can't sell that here because that's just too sexy.
Yeah, I'm not going to think of some maple syrup that's kind of hot.
You can.
Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, really. First of all, it's like the word porn. Didn't Larry Flint go all the way to the Supreme Court about this is what you can't define it. It's not really definable. What is sexy to someone might not be sexy to someone else. So that will never pass. That's dumb.
Well, that is a law.
It's already passed.
That in Alabama, it's already a law.
It's not enforceable.
But yeah, I don't think it is enforceable. It's kind of like it's.
Let me check your pants. You locked this label a little too hard, buddy. Take it to Thailand. Well, we got some medicine and a plane for you.
I'm just like, what is on a label? Like for me, like just that the wine that's called Cupcake. I'm like, that's pretty sexy to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. It says Cupcake. I want to buy it just because it says Cupcake on it. And that sounds delicious.
What? I mean, no one thinks Jack Daniels is hot.
There's not a person on there.
A label?
Let me just. I'm gonna just.
Someone Google sexy labels. See what happens. Sexy. It have to be alcohol labels.
Sexy
alcohol. I guess is it liquor? Liquor.
Yeah. A label.
Hard liquor. Oh my God.
Ooh. Now we're talking. Maybe just the words hard and liquor make it. Okay, so here we go.
Just can't even buy it.
There's some wine that's called Juno that has pinup girls on it.
Maybe because it's if you can buy it at a grocery store. It's like a Playboy magazine. Remember back when Playboy magazines, you could buy them in regular stores, but then they had to put the little
paper bag over it.
Yeah. Well, if that's true, if you got it delivered to your house, it would come inside of a paper bag.
Right.
It's like, okay, I know what you're buying in there. You come out with a plastic paper bag, and one hand's got a bottleneck, and the other one's a magazine.
Yeah.
I know what this guy's doing.
Paper, plastic.
Yeah. So
paper, plastic, and latex. Yeah, I don't know.
That's interesting.
So there's really not that many. There's.
There must have been one that someone said we're gonna make a law now.
And there's always one.
There's the one that calls the law to happen.
It is usually just probably a naked body. I don't know. There's some. It's called
what about
sex.
the St. Pauli girl?
St. Pauli girl.
Yeah,
ooh, Aaron just chimed in from the corner over there.
St. Pauli. Oh no,
the German. Yeah,
that's right. Oh, she does have a big bosom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So I typed in liquor, so I should have just typed in alcohol, and then maybe.
Yeah. What about that? Well, it's Captain Morgan says some people find him attractive the way he's standing there, all
Ooh,
manly
what if
looking. with
Jesus is on there? Some people find him kind of sexy.
with the wine, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it's water, maybe it's wine. You don't know. Open it and find out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything really. So, okay.
That's interesting.
So if anybody has any out there that they think.
What's a hot liquor? Or beer? St. Paul, as you said. Is there some sort of Caribbean, maybe like a rum, where there's like a hot Hawaiian girl?
Oh, yeah. There's like that like, what is that rum that has the word dick in it? Sorry, Miss Betty. I know you're listening. I'm so sorry. I should have said earmuffs first. But
well, no, if it's hey,
it's like this like black. It's called like Pig Black.
It's not Malibu.
DICK, and it's like no, I saw it like when I was in the Caribbean once because it's like a label because it's like this a captain and that was his name. You know, like
Captain
probably like
Black
Robert. Yeah, like.
Oh boy, I'm googling that. I'm gonna get me some black dick tonight. Sorry, Mom.
But everybody bought it because it said that. You know
maybe
what I mean?
Maybe there was a lot of white girls
It's a good
in Alabama
selling
buying a lot of this Malibu rum BD.
It wasn't Malibu.
Or just
It
rum, dark rum.
Big, black,
Yeah.
you know.
And they go, we're going to outlaw this. No more black penis for
Yeah,
sale.
I'm sure a lot of those old white representatives in
happens.
Alabama were like,
No more.
No, we can't have this.
Not in
We
my
can't have them
state.
liking this more than they like us. So here's another one.
Give
Like
me another good law.
in Oklahoma, anything with more than 4% alcohol has to be sold warm, even beer and white wine.
Over 4%?
Over 4% alcohol.
Has to be sold.
That's almost every
That's all of
beer.
it.
That's all beer.
In Oklahoma, you can't buy beer
That's cold. Yeah. Unless it's under 3% alcohol.
That must be like at a grocery store.
So like a wine cooler can be
Yeah.
cold.
What was
Thank
it like?
goodness.
So you can't drink it on the drive home, maybe.
Oh, there's some logic in there, huh?
Ooh.
Maybe.
So if you go to a bar, because I've been to Oklahoma and you can get cold beer, but maybe maybe I didn't get it at a convenience store. Maybe it was at the bar, at the club or something. Interesting.
Anything has to be sold warm, and then maybe I don't know, maybe they give you something.
Is Louisiana on that list anywhere? I'm just curious because they would be the exact opposite of everything.
Yeah, no, it's not on here.
Okay.
It just the other one is in Indiana, bars and restaurants must also sell milk. Because if they sell alcohol, they have to also sell milk.
Wow, the dairy association's very strong there.
So and then all the other laws are just about Sundays. You can't buy alcohol. Which is like something we've known.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, South Carolina was that way. You can't buy it on Sundays.
Yeah.
And there's dry counties we can't buy it at all. And like my brother went to a school in Western Carolina. Called Western Carolina.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Conveniently named, and they were a dry county, but it was a college town, and so all these kids were like, "Oh, we can't," but it just means the next county sell a lot of booze. I mean, that's really dumb.
Yeah.
Because you're losing all this money.
So much money.
Yeah.
It'd be like not selling it on a military base.
Yeah.
Like that's not a good
It's like,
idea.
well, you're shooting yourself in the foot here, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I remember when we were overseas for like in Iraq and Afghanistan, anytime you're downrange or in an active zone, there's no alcohol. Because they always say booze and alcohol don't mix. And I'm
Right.
like, but what's a kamikaze? You know what I mean? Like, or no, booze and guns or whatever don't mix. I said booze and alcohol don't mix, but that's not true.
But when you said it, I heard booze and guns. Wow. Did you hear it too, Aaron? Well, maybe it's just in my head. That's weird, though. You can't 3%. I'm still focused on this 3%. It's got to be sold
4%.
warm. Over 4%.
Over 4%. That's the law. I mean,
Now,
again,
you said
it might not be enforced, but that's the law.
You said the one in Tennessee was if they get a DUI for the second time, you can't buy it at all?
No, so when you get a DUI, you can't buy alcohol for a year.
Right.
People could buy it for you, obviously.
True.
So, and if you get a second one, it's 2 years, and then if you get a third DUI, it's for life.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm not 100%
So that's
against
like
some of
it's
that
like
logic.
some sort of red line that goes on your license, and they
Yeah.
can't sell it to you.
Wow.
But it hasn't been passed. But
2 stories real quick.
yeah,
One guy, he will remain nameless, has gotten
his
several.
name's Eric.
He's gotten. You're so close. No, he's gotten several DUIs, and after a certain time in this state, if you get too many DUIs, they give you when you get a license plate, it's yellow. So
Oh,
yeah,
no.
so cops know. Like, even if you're not drinking, that guy's got some DUIs in his past. And so it's a yellow license plate.
Right.
And this person also happens to do comedy. And he said, I just tell them I'm from Alaska. Because they have yellow license plates.
Yeah.
So I always thought that was a funny joke, but it's based on truth for that guy. Another person I know in this other state.
You have really good friends.
I got some good ones. They have a thing they put in your car where you have to blow into it.
Oh, yeah. They have that here, I think.
Yeah, to even
to start
the
it.
car.
Yeah.
And he has asked several people to come outside and blow in his car so he could take his car home.
Can you?
I'm like, well, that means you can't drive,
Yeah,
Dunny.
you're not the person.
I'm not blowing in your car for you.
I remember Kyle Kinane used to have that on his little truck here.
Did he really?
Yeah. I mean, he talked about it in his act. I'm not like
that's
calling
fine.
him out or anything, but like he used to have that.
You're like, what's wrong? It's not starting. Oh, have you checked the motor? It's too much alcohol.
I gotta give it mouth to mouth.
I flooded it with alcohol coming from my lungs. I got a DUI once.
You did? Yeah, I was gonna ask you.
Long time ago. I was 21. I was 21 or 22. It was my first year at North Carolina State University. I was coming back from a fraternity party. So I was the designated driver there, which also meant I was supposed to be the designated driver back home. And I said I would drive these guys back. And then we're talking 6 guys with one car. And I had been drinking a little bit throughout the night, obviously. I blew a .10 right when the law changed from .10 to .08 in North Carolina. The cop who pulled me over said, a week ago, I'd let you drive out of here. But now I have to take you.
.10 is a lot.
No. .10 is
no, that's a lot.
.10. No, well, now it's .08 in most states, .08. But back in the day, I mean, it didn't always be, it used to be like .20. Yeah. I mean, you think of 1.0 is a lot.
I feel like .20, like you can't stand up.
Oh, there's people who like have blown twice the legal limit, which is a .16. Yeah, now. So yeah, .2.
You were pretty messed up.
Honestly, they can't test for tolerance, and that wasn't my first beer ever.
At 21?
Yeah.
Jonathan.
I got started early. Mom, turn it off. But no, I wouldn't. I mean, to me, I wasn't drunk. I didn't. The cop said a week ago, you could drive out of here. And so my friends, they were the ones drunk. I got pulled over because the guy sitting to my right was sitting like on the gear shift.
Oh dear.
And he kept falling on me.
No.
And the cop was picking off people right and left.
Yeah.
And so I remember being in jail with a lot of people I saw at the party. Like they're all in this, I'm like, yep, you too, huh?
The party's just continuing.
Oh, here comes Sarah. Yeah, I didn't think it'd get you. And then it was everybody was in there.
You too.
I did see one of the funniest things ever. There was this one guy who wasn't at the party, and this dude was like, he was up there. He's probably my age today, but he looked like Axl Rose. All right, so imagine.
It might have been Axl Rose.
Could have been. There's a skinnier Axl Rose, and they have that straight line in there. You have to walk a line.
Oh yeah.
And this dude would walk it real fast. He'd walk it like 5 times right in a row, straight as hell. I'd go, how many times do you want me to do it? Look at here. Well, I'll do it again. Bam. Straight as hell. Let me out of here. Like, it was hilarious.
I memorized my ABCs backwards so that I could do that really fast.
Did you?
ZYXWVTSRQPO NMLKJHGFEDCBA. GFEDCBA.
That's good. I couldn't quiz you. Have you gotten it wrong?
Yeah.
But I
memorized it. Yeah, I memorized that backwards once. I've definitely, I haven't gotten one, but I probably could have a couple of times, It's, I mean, and now, and I'm not now
condoning
I'm so much better
anything.
at
I'm not condoning. And I don't
getting
take
an Uber now.
all the time.
All the time, yeah.
I don't even
sure.
mess with it anymore.
Yeah, I don't
After you
mess
get one
with it.
DUI, believe me, if you're a regular person, you just you go, never again. I lost my license for a year.
Oh, it's got to be.
My insurance went way up.
Do you know in California or in Los Angeles, if you get a DUI, they still let you drive within a proximity because public transportation here is so bad.
No kidding.
That they can't legally keep you from driving because there's literally no way for you to get to work in some places.
Interesting.
So you have like a perimeter
yeah?
that you can drive in, but if you're caught outside of that perimeter, I mean, that's what
when I got mine, there was something similar, I guess, called a limited driving privilege, which meant I could to get to work. I could drive whatever hours I would normally work, and that was it. And you didn't have a license. You had a piece of paper that said from the judge, it goes like, he can drive for as long as he's going to work or from work. And blah, blah. Yeah, that's like a note from your teacher.
Yeah.
I pinned it on my lapel. But I got my little loophole was I had a job where my hours depended on how well I did. And so I said, it could be from midnight till, it's really all day. He goes, well, fine. So basically, my limited driving privilege was 24 hours.
Oh my
so
gosh.
it really didn't matter.
Limited.
But it cost me a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't recommend
And
doing
time, a lot of time is so. Have you ever do you ever? I'm sure you have a lot of good drunken stories. You set yourself on fire or whatever. But have you ever I was just thinking of the worst drunk experience I've ever had.
that you've ever had?
Yeah.
Do you know it, or are you trying to think of it right
No,
now?
I know it. That was in high school.
Okay. Can I hear it?
Yeah. What if I
Can
said
Aaron
no?
hear
Why
it?
would I bring it
I
up?
don't know. I felt like you were wanting to hear mine first or
I
something.
thought I would, yeah, but then I was like, oh, I'll tell you this so that you'll have time.
You forgot that we were recording this, didn't you? Mom, you get the real Sarah's coming out right now.
My mom is gonna. Well, my mom, I'm sure they knew, but I was always in just say no. I never did anything.
Right.
And then my senior year, I was just so frustrated with being so good all the time. I never have even had a moment where I never even, I still to this day haven't lied to my parents, I'll tell them anything they want. If they ask me, I ain't going to volunteer information,
Right.
But no, I've never, but I definitely never told them about this. Well, they never asked, but I was at this party my senior year with my friend Jill Grove. I'll never forget.
What up, Jill?
Yeah, and she was she wore Doc Martens and stuff, and that was this little rebel phase that I was going through, and so we went to somebody's party in Dalton. It was and everybody was. It was really the first time I'd ever had a lot to drink. I'd never had They were drinking tequila. Yes, tequila, and
I'll bet you there's some
and just
sexy labels on tequila.
Just everything, And I had no idea, and I was just so intoxicated, and I was staying the night there. But then somebody handed me a bong.
Oh,
and
no.
I thought it was a drink, and I just turned it up.
Oh, no. Oh. Did you immediately?
That's everybody's reaction when I
Yeah.
tell them that, because I've also never smoked out of a bong still to this day, so I have no idea what it would really actually. But I don't think I really, they were just no, they took it away from me. And I was so drunk. I don't really remember. Didn't throw up, but it was all over me, right?
Okay.
And so, I had to go to the work the next morning at the Nike outlet. And that was the only clothes. I had my uniform.
You had to crash there and get up the next day and get ready to go to work.
I had to go to work. I had to be at work so early, 8 a.m. And I smelled so bad. And I remembered, and I was so hungover. And I just stood in the corner all day. And I was just people would ask me for stuff. And I'm I don't know where it is, And I just I just smell. And I remember taking off those clothes when I got home and putting them in the bottom of my hamper, thinking, oh, my mom won't notice.
No one will never smell.
She'll never notice
underneath
it.
these dirty socks.
I know, because I didn't know how to do my laundry yet, so I couldn't just So,
Oh, no.
my gosh, that was horrifying.
Your mom never said anything?
She never said anything. She
probably
probably will
smelled it,
now.
just never said anything, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she
no.
probably definitely knew.
Georgia
But-
Sue.
Yeah, Georgia Sue is going to be.
Well, hey, you know what?
Georgia
That was an
upset.
accident. You weren't trying to smoke weed water.
No, I
You were
didn't
just-
smoke anything. I
You were just
drank it.
trying to have some tequila.
Yeah.
Man.
So
if you at that age and you're mixing all that stuff, it wouldn't have mattered if that bong water. You probably would have, felt like crap the next day anyway.
Oh, yeah. It was just, definitely had a lot of throw ups, hugging the toilet kind of nights,
Of course.
But I
It's a
remember
rite of passage.
one time I was in New York with a bunch of my girlfriends, and we were all doing. This is when we did Hot Box. I don't know if you remember that.
Well,
all
here's
girl
what I
group.
know what it is. Hot box is when you would go to the bathroom in high school and smoke a cigarette as fast as you could.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought
And
hot boxing was something else.
Well, it might be. He didn't know what shag was last week.
Well, I thought hot boxing was like smoking in weed in a car.
There's that
so
as
that
well.
everybody gets high or
Yes.
something.
I'm
not sure.
Now
I've
that
never
you say that, I've
never
heard
done
that. I've heard that as
And
well.
I've also heard that it's farting in the car
yeah,
and making
right.
everybody smell it.
I'm sure that's that as well.
So any kind of odor in the car where the
Okay.
windows are up, apparently.
A hotboxing a cigarette is like if you do it fast enough,
Mm-hmm.
the ash won't have time to it'll just be like a red frickin' spear. Yeah, and it hurts.
So we were
you
an
make people-
all-girls comedy.
And
We
you
did
were-
stand-up and sketches.
Yeah,
And we also did little songs and dances. And so we went out to do Gotham.
yeah.
And we were all staying in some apartment because we didn't have enough money to stay at a hotel. And the apartment had no furniture. We were just sleeping on the floor on towels. And we had, me and a couple of the other girls had gotten there before the other half of the girls. So we went to Little Italy and we drank so much red wine. And in the middle of the night, I got up and I thought I was in the bathroom, but I was just in a bedroom and I threw up all over the wall.
Oh man.
Red wine on a white wall.
Someone else's apartment.
Someone else's apartment.
White wall. White towels.
Just
White shoes.
a
White
mess.
horse.
Yeah, just the worst.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So did you? How does the story end? I mean, did someone go "Hey, why are you puking on the wall?
Oh, somebody
That's not the bathroom."
helped me clean up.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't
Oh,
remember. That's the
It's funny
blessing
how-
of when you're drunk. You can't
Yeah.
even help.
Not my problem.
I don't even know. You're you just feel so much better because it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah, thank God I didn't have to deal with me.
Right. Yeah.
I remember. Here's one for you.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a college party, and so there's people, and this is like someone's house.
Mm-hmm.
So there's lots of people there. Everyone's drinking. I was dating this girl, so we had kind of snuck off to one of the bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing a little kissy face. Okay.
Oh, Miss Betty's going to hate this
I
episode.
said kissy face. And we're just writing love letters to each other.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
Uh-huh.
And,
Coloring.
that's right. And then I hear on the door. I hear. Psst. I'm like,
What?
that's an odd noise.
Uh-huh.
And then I open the door, and it's one of my friends who is drunk and doesn't know that he's peeing on the door. He thinks he's in the bathroom, and he was just pee going down the side of the door. And I opened it, and now it started I was like, Jai! And he just kept peeing. Now the guy who owns the owner of the house sees it, and he runs over, and he's mad as hell.
Oh, yeah.
And these are both two alpha males.
Oh, no.
The drunk one and the guy and it's you don't want to see these two yelling at each other. But everyone kind of stopped to see what this other guy was going to say to the drunk guy peeing. And he's like, "What the hell are you doing? This is my door. Don't pee right there." And the other guy looked at him and goes, "Drop and give me 20.
What?
Yeah, he just said, he didn't say, "I'm sorry."
No.
He didn't say, he just said, "Give me push-ups."
Give me 20. Probably more beers
And
is
it
what
was
he wanted.
and then it was just kind of grabbed him and put him in the bathroom. But
I
I just love drunken moments like
I
that.
hooked up with a guy. I told this story in my act, but I told it on Ferguson too. But this is true. I was in Miami, and this guy. We woke up together the next morning in my hotel room, and he said two things to me as he was leaving. The first thing he said was, "I'm sorry, I peed in your closet."
Oh,
But we were so hammered the
Yeah.
night before, so he thought my
Oh,
closet in the
no.
hotel room was the bathroom. And he peed all over my shorts and my clothes, everything.
oh God.
Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't your closet, but your stuff was in there.
My
Oh,
stuff
that's
was in
that's
there.
still not a victory.
And then he went out, he left, and then he came right back in, and I was like, oh, maybe he wants to take me to breakfast or something. And then he said, did I leave my skateboard in here? And
Skateboard.
yeah. And I quit drinking the next day for 2 months. I'm not kidding. I
Wow.
quit drinking for 2 months. I was like,
Yeah.
this cannot happen. I cannot.
That's
You cannot pee in my
hilarious.
closet
Come
and
back
ride
and
a
ask me
skateboard.
Skateboard.
Yeah. And then one time my friend
And
Bennett.
then, but if he had asked you for $20, that would have topped it off.
Yeah.
And
I
can I
know.
get $20?
And can I have $20? Yeah,
What
somebody was-
high school did he go to?
Exactly. Exactly. He was over 30. That was the
Yeah,
other part that
that's-
was embarrassing. And somebody was like, somebody made a reference one time to, they're like, what about that skateboarder you hooked up with? And I was like, he wasn't like a pro skateboarder.
Right,
He used a skateboard as transportation.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? Like,
he wasn't doing ollies and having.
yeah,
He was just trying to get home.
Yeah. Oh God, it's like so bad. And then one time, there's another story. This just
Good
keeps
stuff.
reminding me of stuff.
No, we could do this all day because I got another one ready to go when
You
you're done.
do, in the chamber.
Yeah.
And so when I was working at Six Flags in college, I was dating this guy who was like one of the stuntmen at the Batman stunt show. Okay. So yes, and he was like a professional motocross rider or whatever. And we all got really drunk one night, and I'd stayed at his house, and I woke up and I had peed the whole bed, like on him, on the bed, and I kept blaming him. I was like, it was you.
Why did you pee on me?
He's like, no. And he's like getting me up, and he's changing the bed. He's like washing everything. And like I had to, it was like one of those like goose down covers. You can't just throw that in the wash. Like I had to get it professionally dry cleaned. And apparently I had walked into his roommate's room.
Oh, this is his place.
It's his place that he had a room. So he had a roommate, and his roommate was married. And so I walked into their bedroom, totally in the buff.
Yep.
Sat in their bathroom, like with the door open and the light on, just naked peeing.
Did you hang? Oh, you were just peeing
in front of them.
Yeah.
In the middle of the night, no idea. And I'm like, how could it be my pee if I also went to the bathroom? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like, but
that's a valid question.
I think we had been playing some drinking game with beer, you know, and so it was just like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, like where you're just like.
Well, how long ago was this?
That was 15 years ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, a long time.
That's great, man.
I'm
happy to know these things about you. I like you more. That is great.
Wait, tell me yours. You got to have some story where you peed on yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I do.
Creepy, pee.
Oh, yeah, it's in a teepee the first time. I'm drinking my teepee in my teepee. You remember that. Oh, I forgot who that guy was who made it up, too. What's his damn name? Because I don't want to give him a shout-out. He probably like it.
It always sounds to people like we're drunk right now because I'm just giggling so much.
I'm actually trying to really think of a good. Like I know I've peed myself. I got an opposite one of that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, it happens.
It happens.
There's a whole logo about it.
Yeah, it happens.
There's a whole saying.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. Well, this is a man.
Oh man, you do not have to talk about this.
No, I'm not going to be gross about it.
I could read another story.
I got one after that because I'm sticking to the theme.
Okay.
Of things coming out.
Okay.
College bar. It was called the Cantina, and it was like a college night, so beers were really cheap, and these college bars, the bathrooms are the worst situation.
Oh my gosh! And there's usually like one stall.
One stall.
Like, there's a zillion people in here.
Yeah, and the door hardly shuts.
Yeah, of course.
There's no blockade. There's nothing. You just open the door.
Yeah,
there's
you
a
just
toilet.
ask the people playing Golden Tee to watch out for you.
It's not the place you want to sit down.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Now I'm standing in line. There's always a line. And I'm like, oh, it's going to happen.
Oh, no.
It is going to happen.
Oh, no.
And I got to figure out where to do it. And I'm like, well, I'm third in line. I'm like, okay, that's nasty. Okay, I'm already planning on how I'm going to make this happen in this nasty bathroom.
Uh-huh.
And I got second in line, and, time ran out.
Oh, no.
And I just turned around, and I walked over to my friends. I go, I'm out of here. And I went home. Yeah. I didn't hang out with it.
I thought you were gonna say.
No.
I told my friends, and then they bought me around, and they were just like, "Sorry, buddy."
Right, I should have changed it.
You didn't even go to into.
I didn't want to get
nasty.
You know.
You didn't go into the bathroom and just like take your underwear off, throw them away, and then just keep going.
No, because I figured even then, it's an ordeal taking the shoes off.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh my God! Yeah, you're right.
Like a
you're
lot
right.
of stuff.
You're right.
I'm out of here.
And also, if you're in a
there's
bar,
girls in here. I can't be.
If in a bathroom for a long time, at a bar like that,
yeah, especially
people are
dudes.
like, "What the fuck?
Open the door! What are you doing? Shitting in there?" No, I already did that. Cleaning it out of my
I did it
underwear.
out there.
Yeah, I did. I did that out there, buddy. Yeah.
No, I've never done that, but I have peed myself a couple of times, like thinking you can make it home,
Yeah.
you know? And I always like say this thing, like when I really have to go, I'm like, the grass is green, the sky is blue, the grass is green.
Oh.
Like I change my mind to like think of something else. So I just keep repeating grass is green,
Yeah.
the sky is blue, like over and over again. And I kept trying to do that. And I remember I did that one time, and of course I didn't have leather seats. I had like those
that soak up
Yeah,
things.
the
Cloth.
seats, and you're just like,
Velvet.
oh, this is gonna take forever. I imagine, I
Well,
mean,
here's one that turns into a fight, fisticuffs.
okay.
So another college party. These are the worst, right?
Uh-huh.
College party guy. His parents go out of town, so he has a party. Now this dude having the party he ended up playing baseball for a rival college, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he had invited a bunch of his baseball buddies to his party. And he also said, "Oh, hey, some of my old high school friends can come too." So we didn't really like this dude, but we're like, "We'll go to your party." So there's 5 of us go to his party, and all his baseball players are there. Then there's like a lot of this testosterone in the air because Danny could tell that we didn't really like him, and his new friends are like, "Well, we don't like your old friends."
Okay.
And then but there's lots of booze happening, lots of cigarettes. There's some weed being passed around. And I remember I'm outside, and I can just feel something's going to happen, Something's in the air. So anyway, I just walk outside, and I'm talking to a rival baseball player.
Okay.
And this dude's tall. He's the catcher, but he's like probably 6'4". Wow. Another ginger.
That's a big catcher.
So we're bonding over being gingers.
Okay.
We're having a little ginger talk outside,
Okay.
smoking a cigarette.
Gingerly talking.
Yes, it's very gingerly out there. And I'm thinking, all right, this will be a new buddy. I'm thinking, all right, well, I'll be the peacemaker. I can go out there and then say, hey, have you met blah, 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 my friends, Well, right about then, every crowd has that one friend who's the announcer who just comes out and goes, fight!
Yeah.
But he's not fighting.
He's never in the fight.
He just comes out leading the fight parade. Like he's
Everybody
excited.
come and watch.
Yeah.
He's the guy that holds a video camera now.
So here comes Timmy running outside, fight! And then it's my brother and another guy, my buddy Marty.
Your brother's in the fight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
And another guy. And they come rolling out like tumbleweeds, like a Western where the doors just fly open. There's pound signs and exclamation points. And, and there's 5 different little batches of fights happening. Around, my brother's in one, and my buddy Marty's in one, this guy over here's in one, and there's lots of them. And I look over to the dude, I'm like, dude, we got to break this up, man. Because that's his friends against my friends. And I said, we got to break this up. And I turned my back on him.
Uh-oh.
And then I just remember waking up.
Wait, so the ginger guy? No.
Sucker punched me in the back of the head.
What?
Knocked me out. I woke up with the announcer in my face going, John, are you all right? John, you got knocked out. And I'm like, what? And
Thanks,
I look
narrator.
up. Yeah, thanks. And I'm still laying there, and he's in my face, and I look over. I can still see my brother fighting. The people are still fighting.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm like, we got to get the hell out of here. We're losing this one. and my brother, he's scrapping with this guy, and it got to the point where he was just picking up rocks, throwing at him like that. I was like, get in the truck, and we all just ran, and we got the hell out of there. We lost that fight. My buddy Marty got knocked out. He got punched. His eye socket got broke.
No.
He had to go to the emergency room.
Oh
that
my
night.
God.
These baseball players effed us up pretty bad.
That is, I just never, fights are just, I can't wrap my head around them. I mean,
it's that age. It's
I
been in
do
your 20s, a lot of testosterone.
Yeah,
flying around.
but I do like how men can just
booze.
fight and then they're over it. Whereas women will just hold a grudge.
That's true.
If we would just fight or yell it out,
It'd be over quicker.
figure it out. Yeah.
Something about just punching someone else in the face or getting hit in the face or at least getting it out physically. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah, no, I don't. I've never needed to do that. But,
yeah.
It's
wow, this has been
well, is it time?
I don't know. I think we're at 44 right now.
Oh, shoot.
48, says
Oh,
Aaron.
my God.
See, we talked
didn't
about
even
booze.
get to all the other stuff I was going to talk about. Well, that's great. All right.
More for later.
Yeah. I mean, if we think of any more drunken stories.
Oh, I can.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'll probably come up with one this weekend. Aaron, we got to hear some of yours maybe for the next one, or if you got a good poop in your pants story you want to share.
I actually don't drink, so I don't have any of these stories.
Oh, well, look at you,
Oh,
Mr. One-Upper over there. You think you're better than me?
But he does have 3 DUIs.
That's weird. He drinks all that bong water.
Yeah, he drinks bong water. It's the only thing he drinks.
Well, hey, you're not missing out, my friend.
No,
Let me
you're
tell you
not.
that
I
much
consider
right now.
quitting all the time, but then I'm just like, like right now, I'm like, I want some wine.
I know.
I
So funny, the whole
started-
time you were talking about it, I was like,
What do I want to drink when I get home?
I got some lemon vodka left in the house.
I'll have a whole liquor cabinet. I have to have it for when my dad comes over, because alcohol's good for you. Remember?
That's right.
The schnapps,
There's
peppermint,
schnapps.
lowers
That's
your
it.
cholesterol.
Oh, that's right. He did say that. Hey, and he's, he's kin to the general.
I would just say that he's an expert, because trial and error is a scientific method.
That's how. That's eventually you learn something.
Yes.
Or something is proven to be a fact.
Yes.
Right.
Just keep trying
That's right, y'all.
and failing.
And keep listening to the Fried Podcast.
Please keep listening to our podcast.
And rate,
We always have
review, and
so much fun.
subscribe. Yeah.
Tell us anything.
Any last minute thoughts?
No, I just want to say I'm thirsty and I can't wait to drink tonight.
We should do an episode drunk
Okay.
ish or drinking.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
We did that with Bert on his.
We
But it
did.
wasn't ours, so we need to do
No,
one.
we need to do one.
We need to do
And
one.
then have Aaron can drive us around.
Or we could just tape it, at your house.
Yeah,
with
we'll do it at my
your-
place. I got my
with you-
Zoom.
You got your Zoom, which is
That's
your
on
recording.
That's on the to-do list. All right. You got SarahTiana.com. You got JohnReap.com.
And
Look
you got
us up.
Fried Podcast on Instagram.
That's right.
So rate, review, subscribe,
And
tell your
share.
friend. Tell one person this week, and that will help us tremendously. Tell one person to download it and subscribe, and you'll be our little hero of the week.
And like I said, we'll talk about you. We will talk about you.
Oh, yeah, behind your back or on here, we'll talk about you.
You pick it. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday.
And the radio up, I like to see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of my precious child, and no mother's love